in South Milwaukee, this is Hasan Piker.
The People's Republic of Wisconsin, how are y'all feeling today? Wow, love you too. Nice shirt, man. It's an incredible honor to be here today at the beating heart of the historic American Socialist Movement's capital, Wisconsin. I've had a long journey. I was in Michigan just yesterday, stumping for Abdul El Sayed and Donovan McKinney and Will Lawrence. There's a lot of excitement in the air, but then there's also a lot of panic. There's a lot of fear. James Carville was on Fox News earlier this morning. Yeah. Said, the Democrat Party's not big enough for the both of us. It's either gonna be me or Hasan Piker. Maybe it's gonna be me. And I thought, hey, thank you. It seems like Wisconsin is making its choice. And it's not me, it's all of us. It's not me, it's all of us. That is what they oppose. What they oppose is your voices being heard and being represented, perhaps for the first time in a very long time, Wisconsin. And I want to talk about the history here because, you know, I did a little bit of research before I got here because, look, I know about sewer socialism. This is where it was invented, right? That's right. Municipal socialism. Now look, nowadays when you think about this kind of thing, when you think about the Democratic Socialists of America, people think of New York, people think of Chicago, maybe they think of Los Angeles. But what they don't realize is this is where the American Socialist Movement invented sewer socialism. Long before Zoran and Bernie Sanders. The longest streak of socialist mayors was in this state, in this city. So the good people of Wisconsin always knew that this wasn't about scary ideas, that it was just about a working class movement that wanted to help out one another, help out your neighbors, to protect one another, to say no more to corporate interests, and to place the working class at the beating heart of this movement. But from the mid-19th century till the destruction of the labor movement, unfortunately, Wisconsin was also the petri dish of some of the most devastating anti-labor policies we have seen so far. How do we feel about Scott Walker around these parts? How do we feel about Act 10 around these parts? That's right, not a lot of fans in this room. Now, these are the reasons why I'm sure you've seen over and over again on television, CNN, DC consultants, Fox News saying, Wisconsin's not radical. Well, these are not radical ideas. What's radical is the undermining of the labor class. And we are going to put an end to that. The reason why I brought up Michigan is because I think it was Michael Moore in 2016 who said, Michigan's not a swing state. And neither is Wisconsin. These are not swing states. They've been turned into swing states because they've left you behind. But we are going to bring back the working class to both Wisconsin and to Michigan. A Republican will never be elected in this state ever again once our movement is done. A little bit of history lesson that I'm sure all of you are familiar with. This was the state that created workers' comp. It was Wisconsin. The first state to recognize collective bargaining rights. The Republican Party, as an abolitionist party, was formed in this state. And in its charter it said, we will abolish chattel slavery in the South, but also abolish wage slavery in the North. It wasn't New York that was the tip of the spear of the socialist movement in this country. It was Wisconsin. So when I hear that Wisconsin is not ready for this kind of change from the DC crowd, we say no more. Wisconsin is ready for that change, and Francesca Hong will be that change. Are you sick and tired of being undermined by the elites living in the bi-coastal lands telling you that you are not ready for Medicare for all, that you are not ready for universal child care, that you need to... Wait, what did you say? Yeah, sick and tired of it. You're right. That's right. People tell me all the time. They tell me all the time, your politics only works in New York. Well, at first they said Zoran couldn't work in New York either, that he was far too radical then. And then we won that race. Then they said that was just a mayoral race, that you can't have an impact in different districts in places like Denver, Colorado, or in Philadelphia. And we won those races too. So now they say you can only win in deep blue districts. You can only win in Denver because it's deep blue, it's young. You can't win in swing states. Well, I say we are gonna prove them wrong. Not only are we going to run up the numbers for Francesca Hong on August 11th, but we are going to take that victory to the general election to make sure that the Republican Tom Tiffany never gets a seat of power ever again. And more importantly, remember, Wisconsin, you have a very important mission. This race is for all of us, for the working class all around the country. You will prove that this movement is resilient. You will prove that we are undeniable. We are unbossed. We are unbought. And we are coming. If you put the interests of bosses over the interests of the workers, if you short the workers at the behest of bosses, we are coming. If you think we will continue paywalling healthcare, we are coming for you. If you think you can put an AI data center that will poison the water supply, that will jack up prices without any penalties, we are coming for you. Now I want to introduce to you another fighter, just like Francesca Hong, who has also been undermined. She's been around. Not Turby Derby. Unfortunately, Turby Derby in South Dakota, he lost. I want to introduce to you someone who I admire, someone who's been a fighter for the working class, someone who has constantly been a villain, far before I ever got on the scene, let's be real. I want to introduce to you Ilhan Omar from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Wisconsin, let me hear you.
Hasan? Wisconsin, how are we feeling? I am Ilhan Omar, and I am so honored to be here with you all today. I want to start by saying something simple. I am here because I believe in Francesca Hong. Not just because she is a great candidate, not just because she is making history, but because I know her story. I know for certain her fight for Wisconsin is rooted in making life better for every single Wisconsinite across this great state. And because I know what it means to carry a story like hers into public life. She is the daughter of immigrants. She knows what it means to grow up watching your parents sacrifice, work, dream, not just for themselves, but for their children. She knows what it means to carry the hope of a family that believes in the promise of America. That is Francesca's story. Her parents came here with a dream. They came here believing that if you work hard, if you give your children opportunity, their family could create a better future. And Francesca has spent her entire life honoring that sacrifice. She did not take that opportunity to turn away from the struggle of others. She used it to serve. She became a chef because she believed food could bring people together. She built a small business because she believed in creating something beautiful with and for her community. She created a pandemic response initiative to make sure people were fed when they needed it most. She became a legislator because she believed working people deserve someone fighting for them. And now she is running to be your next governor because she believes Wisconsin deserves a leader who understands what working people need. That's what makes Francesca different. She does not have to imagine what working families are up against. She's lived it. She knows what it means to work long hours. She knows what it means to build something from nothing. She knows what it means to be a mother, because when you become a mother and a caregiver, you start seeing every single child as your own. You start thinking about differently about the future we are going to leave for the next generation. You start asking, what kind of world would our children inherit? And I know Francesca carries that question with her every single day. When she fights for universal childcare, she's thinking about parents who are struggling to make it work. When she fights for Medicare for all, she's thinking about the families who should never have to choose between taking care of themselves or paying their bills. Her son is not just the reason she fights, he is a reminder of who she fights for. It is a politic rooted in love, in radical love. Politics with the understanding that you are fighting for every family, for every children, for every neighbor. She's fighting for bold politics to lift everyone up, all while being a first. When she is elected, she will be the first Democratic Socialist governor in US history. She will also be the first female governor of Wisconsin and the first Asian American governor of Wisconsin. And as many of you know, I know a little something about being a first. And I understand something about it. Being a first is very challenging. People celebrate the moment you break a barrier, but they do not always see the weight you carry. They do not see the moment when you walk into a room and people question whether you belong. They do not see the pressure of knowing that your decisions will be judged differently because you are the first. They do not see the responsibility of knowing that you cannot just open the door, but you have to hold it open for everyone coming behind you. And Francesca knows that. Because she knows what it means to be the first Asian American elected to the Wisconsin legislature. But friends, what I admire about Francesca is that she never treated being a first as a personal achievement. When I first ran for Congress, I did not run to sit on the sidelines. I ran because I believed it was time to restore moral clarity and courage to Congress. I could not stomach the idea that my children's future would be decided by people who were all too willing to compromise their well-being. I could not allow myself to think back on this moment in history and tell them that I left any stone unturned that could have made their lives better. Francesca understands this and is not running to make history, but because she knows people in Wisconsin need a relentless fighter in their corner. And because she knows that somewhere in Wisconsin, there is another little girl watching her and realizing, maybe someone like me can do this too. And that is the power of representation. That is the power of Francesca Hong, and she represents the best of Wisconsin. Because Wisconsin is a place where people show up, where neighbors care for neighbors, where working people organize for their rights. This is the power of the Midwest. The rest of the country sometimes overlooks us, but they forget something very important. The Midwest has fundamentally changed America. Wisconsin has fundamentally changed America. Because this is where workers collectively bargained for their rights. This is where communities build movements. This is where the Seward Socialists showed what government can do when serving the people and not the corporations. This is where people prove that ordinary citizens can change the world, and where whenever ordinary citizens want to change the world, you suddenly hear whispers about electability. But if you know Francesca's story, you know that nobody understands what the hardworking people of Wisconsin think is electable better than her. Getting corporate PAC money out of politics is electable. Moratoriums on data centers is electable. Universal child care is electable. Universal school meals is electable. Medicare for all is electable. And so Francesca Hong isn't waiting for someone to tell her what is electable, because Francesca Hong is electable. And that is the reason why she is the leader we need in this moment. A leader who understands who she is fighting for. A leader who knows that government should not be a place where people ask for permission to be heard. It should be a place where people finally have someone listening. Wisconsin, Francesca Hong is not just running to be your next governor. She's running because she believes in you, she believes in your family, she believes in your future, and she believes in politics of what is possible. And most importantly, unlike other people, she believes in a world where all of us thrive. And I believe in her because I know this. The people who have lived through a struggle are often the people who fight the hardest to make sure others do not have to. And the people who carry the hopes of generations are often the bravest people who should lead. And that, my friends, is Francesca Hong. This is why I am so proud to stand with her. Wisconsin, let's make history together, and help me welcome your next governor, Francesca Hong.
I love you too. Folks, I'm Francesca Hong, and it is an honor to be running to be your next governor. First, I have to thank Hasan and Congresswoman Omar And let's give it up again for Malik, 99, the producer, and Emmett James. And y'all, please look around. This is beautiful. This is powerful. And I want to thank each of you for being here today. I stand before you all as a proud daughter of immigrants. My parents are here, by the way. My parents chose Wisconsin. They chose to follow their ambition because they knew that this state could be a state of possibilities. And now I am a daughter of Wisconsin. And shout out to all my single moms, because I am a proud single mom. And I will always be a proud service industry worker. And because that helps me to remember that I am not a politician first. I am a public servant for the people. And it's an honor to be a public servant in the state where kindergarten was born. This is the state where sewer socialism and Social Security was born. And in the city of sewer socialism, this is where we showed the world that government can and must be a force of good to help everyone live a life of dignity. And this is why I'm proud to be a Democratic Socialist. Wisconsin is the state where the people before us who imagined a better world, like Val Phillips and Fighting Bob La Follette, they were told they were unreasonable and impractical. These folks were told to wait for change. But they didn't, because they knew that incrementalism is irresponsible. And that the people should have a say in the change that we want and not be told when we can have it. And we know that possibility is bound only by our ambition. And we ask ourselves, and we must ask of others, if we are going to be strong enough together to actually meet this moment with the demands that carry dangerous and desperate times. We have to learn from our past. Democrats had the trifecta in 2010. And it wasn't only them that got complacent, but the people did too. And then with complacency came defeat, because we didn't really see a better Wisconsin enough to fight for it. And when we actually help people feel like they belong, that's when it's easier for us to help them feel like they actually can believe. And you better believe a bunch of people across this state are believing in our movement. We are fighting for permanent affordability. Because that word shouldn't just be thrown around like a slogan, but we need to enshrine it as a practice. And I'm doing so because folks all across our state are sharing stories of healthcare costs going up, of public schools potentially turning off the lights, of elders not being able to age with dignity because we have corporate corruption buying up our nursing homes, where folks are seeing politicians selling out our natural resources. And Clinton didn't make it better. And folks are telling us they're tired of the same old campaigns and politics that are often fed to us by too many consultants and focus groups. And now we are going to be building a new type of politics together. I am the only candidate right now that is calling for a moratorium on a data center constructions. And that means we're fighting big tech and that we're standing up to the people who are complicit in upholding the billionaires too, because we will not meekly accept the sellout of Wisconsin. I am the only candidate in this race with an actual plan for free childcare and fully funded schools where our teachers can make a living wage and more. And I assure you, I will be fighting to protect every single Wisconsinite, because I'm the only candidate in this race who will meet ICE with the force and fury required to keep us all safe. So when we are actually a campaign that runs on issues, this is actually what is bringing people together. I want us to think about what a truly multiracial, multi-demographic, multi-ethnic, multi-faith coalition looks like. Because that's how we are actually going to uphold the democracy we each deserve. Because I want to acknowledge, I want to let you know that I see you, that you are right when you feel like you're being screwed over. But we fight back when we know a better world is possible. And that we as everyday working class folks, we are the many, and we're going to be defeating that big money. I never thought that I could be on a stage like this, fighting to be your next governor. But it is all of you and folks across this state who helped me reimagine better, even when it continues to be harder, because yeah, they're coming out with the attacks, but guess what? We're winning not only on the issues, but because we're acknowledging that all Wisconsinites work hard. All Wisconsinites want to be able to care for themselves and their families. All Wisconsinites deserve better. If we don't build the power and organize the people required to actually deliver a better Wisconsin, if we don't give folks something to believe in, we're gonna go back to fighting for survival every day. But what if we had a politics and elected officials who organize with us, who are fighting alongside us, who then we can trust will actually be fighting for us? And I assure you that will be an executive like me. And where we can continue to do this, we have now over 7,000 people who have signed up to volunteer with our campaign. And they are showing me, and folks aren't just, I mean, this is great. We should all be rallying a lot more, but folks aren't just showing up to the rallies or to the protests. They are seeing the value and the power of mutual aid, of coming together to make sure your neighbor is cared for. We're seeing repair cafes and people gathering in bowling alleys, that because more of us actually want to fight for, yes, our neighbors, but the neighbor we may never meet. I think that we are showing not just Wisconsin, but the world what it looks like when working class people can come together to reclaim our power. Because all that organizing, getting and growing community, that is part of resistance. When we feel joy, when we care about our neighbors, when we build community, that is what is truly fighting back against fascism, because they don't want us to dream. They don't even want us to get along. They don't want us to see one another for who we are. But when we each do that as individuals and as a community, that's when we win. Resistance demands a vision in which regular people of all ages, races, genders, and faith are included, well respected for and cared for. And our money and our power cannot be given away to the wealthy, but driven towards the things that make each and every one of our lives better. We will defeat Donald Trump and drive a stake through the heart of fascism. We drive that stake through the heart of fascism, not with rhetoric, but by demanding and winning change at the speed and scale that actually matches the struggles of ordinary people's lives. And this multi-generational change I'm talking about, it's happening in Portage County, it's happening in Dunn County, it's happening in Dane County. I can't tell you how so many of our Democratic County Party folks, when we show up with our coalition of Democratic Socialists, of new voters, of voters who haven't voted for years, this type of coalition building, it's making people excited. We're fighting. We're actually taking on one of the most important battles, and that's one of apathy and disillusionment. When people want to fight for something together, when they see something they believe in and they start to believe in one another, I think the Dems are going to have to write a new playbook here. But I want us all as working class people to know that regardless of where your political home may be or how you identify, this is the moment where we must convey and win power for the majority, and that's working class people. I am going to need each and every one of you to stand united as we continue to fight forward. Because in crises like these, diminishing our ambition is irresponsible. But we provide the other antidote that we need by being radically welcoming of all those who are joining our movement, and even some who might not quite be ready yet. But the stronger our coalition, our coalition gets stronger when we actually embrace our differences and diversity in thought too. Because people have felt very left behind for too long. And with our movement, we actually have an opportunity now to make sure that everyone feels that they live in a Wisconsin that belongs to them. So we will reject the cynicism and cruelty of the present for a greater imagination of the future. A future that can only be won if we ask those to fight with us, to see themselves in our vision. Folks, we can make better possible. We must make better possible, and together we will make better possible. My name is Francesca Hong, and it would be an honor to be your next governor. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, friends beyond the binary, this is your future governor, Francesca Hong! And this right here together is We Make Better Possible Live! Let's welcome back some special friends. Please welcome to the stage, Hasan Piker. And let's welcome back Representative Ilhan Omar. And let's hear it one more time for your future governor, Francesca Hong! My friends, I'll be realistic, the polls feel pretty good, but there's only one poll that matters, and it ends at 8 p.m. on August 11th. And with your help, and only with your help, we are going to win that poll so resoundingly that we redefine what possible means for 5 million Wisconsinites. So we, all of us here, come to you in a time of need. There are 9 days and 7 hours before polls close. It's going to be up to all of us to do something so unprecedented, so remarkable, to sweat and cry and organize so hard that every single person in America hears about it. We, together, are going to make sure every single American from sea to shining sea wakes up on August 12th and wishes they had woken up in Wisconsin. It's like what Vince Lombardi said, right? Winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. It is our responsibility to fight. It is our responsibility to win. Are you ready to work? Tell me hell yeah. Tell me we can make better possible. Tell me we must make better possible. And tell me that together we will make better possible. My friends, everything that rises must converge. The life you save may be your own. Let's go knock some fucking doors.